Hello and welcome to this Oak Tree English video on conditional sentences. All conditional sentences are, by definition, complex sentences. That is, they all have a dependent clause, which can't exist on its own, linked to an independent clause, which could be a sentence in its own right. The dependent clause is called the if clause and is empowered by the then clause. For example, if you watch, I missed that bit of animation. If you watch Oak Tree English videos, you will pass your exams. You will pass your exams can work as a sentence on its own, but if you watch Oak Tree English videos requires a little extra to make it make sense. You can put either clause first. For example, you will pass your exams if you watch Oak Tree English videos. Notice that there's no comma when the then clause, known as the consequent, comes first. So the you will pass your exam is the then clause. No comma. There are four main forms which we're going to think about in this video, and they're given the imaginative titles: zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and, can you guess? That's right, third conditional. Now, mixed and imperative conditionals also exist, but that's for another video. Let's take these four one at a time, starting with the zero conditional. Now, the zero conditional is for rules, things that are always true. A plus B equals C, always, okay? So, that is formed using the present simple. If plus the present simple, and then the second clause, then plus present simple. Would you like to see an example? Of course you would. Let's have a look at this example. If water is heated to 100 degrees C, it boils. If water is heated, now this is the passive voice, so maybe a different, a slightly different formulation. Another way would be, if you heat, present simple, water, it boils. And there's your third person singular, S. Want another one? All right then. If you drink too much coffee, you get overexcited. Calm down, drink less coffee. If you drink, present simple, too much coffee, you get, present simple, overexcited. Constant one-to-one correlation is the same rule always. That is the zero conditional. Well, sadly, you want to go to the first conditional. Well, all right then. Here is the first conditional. We use the first conditional for something that is probable. Okay, so something that is not definitely always going to happen, it's likely to happen. So we use this using if plus the present simple, so same formulation, plus then plus will. We use this to express a probable outcome. Would you like to see this in action? Of course you would. Let's have a look. If you throw your hat, it'll come back down. If you throw your hat, present simple, it'll come back down. Will. Now, is that always going to happen? No, it could get caught in that tree. That's possible. A gust of wind could take it and blow it into onto a lamppost. That's possible. But it will probably come back down. You want another one? All right then. If you work hard, you'll pass, particularly with your exams. If you work hard, you'll pass. So again, present simple, if you work hard, you will pass. It's a probable outcome. Is it definite? No, you might have a really bad day on the exam. Is it definite? No, anything could happen. You might have a complete mental breakdown on the day. I hope that doesn't happen, but nerves do funny things. Maybe you should drink some coffee. You want to move on to the second conditional? Well, I'm there for you. The second conditional is for something that's possible but unlikely. So here we're going back in likelihood. And we do this with if plus the past simple. Notice we're going back in likelihood, we go back in a tense. And we also have then plus would. And would's a fun one. Would is the past of will. That's right. Would is the past, the auxiliary that is the past of the future auxiliary will. They're both modal verbs, but there we go. And therefore we're going back in likelihood, we're going back in a tense. Watch this. If I won £1 million, I would be very happy. Is it likely that I'm going to win £1 million? No, it's very unlikely. I don't play the lottery. I'm very, very unlikely to win £1 million. I would be very happy if that extraordinarily unlikely event took place. I would be very happy, like this chap here. This chap has just got his qualification. You see, if I got a PhD, that's the highest level of highest qualification you can attain. If I got a PhD, my friends would call me doctor, and they would because I would insist upon it. Is it impossible? No, it's possible. I could attain a PhD. It could happen. It's more likely that I'd get a DVD, but a PhD is possible. It's extraordinarily unlikely because I'm a bit thick. It's extraordinarily unlikely because I don't have the time to do a PhD course, and I know that it takes over your life. So it's unlikely. It's possible. It's within the realms of possibility. And what happens if it isn't within the realms of possibility? Glad you asked. Because that's the third conditional. The third conditional is impossible. You could say it's also hypothetical because it's about a past, a finished time. It's about something that cannot happen because it didn't happen. Unless you're Doctor Who. Then it gets all timey-wimey. So this would be if plus the past perfect. Notice it's less likely, so it goes back a tense. This is about as unlikely as we can get, so it's a past perfect. And then the then clause is would plus the present perfect. What's that? You want to see that in action? Once again, I'm there for you. If my parents had been monkeys, I would have been a monkey. I am not a monkey. My parents weren't monkeys. It is an impossible situation because it's about a past time. If my parents had been monkeys, I would have been a monkey. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a good idea? You want to applaud that? Good lad. Okay, fair enough. You want another one? Okay. If I had competed in the last Olympics, I would have lost. Is it possible? No, the last Olympics is over and done with. It's a distant memory. We don't need to think about it anymore until next Olympics come around and records start getting broken again. If I had competed, if I had competed in the last Olympics, I promise you I would have lost because I'm fat and I don't exercise. I don't train. You don't have to applaud that, my friend. So if I had competed in the last Olympics, I would have lost. Now, is it possible that I could compete in the next Olympics? Yes, theoretically. Second conditional, likely. Yeah, possible. Extraordinarily unlikely, but possible. but that would be if I competed in the last Olympics, or in the next Olympics, if I competed in the next Olympics, very unlikely, you see, but possible. If I competed in the next Olympics, I would lose. We've taken that third conditional sentence and just put it into the second conditional. Oh, I'm confusing myself now. I think we need a recap. A recap without a monkey applauding us. So let's have a look. We started off with the zero conditional, which is for rules, and we form it with the present simple and the present simple. Then we went to the first conditional, which we use for probable events. And again, we started with the present simple tense, and we followed it on with will, because it's probable, it's likely to happen. If one thing happens, this will happen. Then we went to the second conditional, which is possible but extraordinarily unlikely. And there we have the past, because it's unlikely, and would, again, because that's the past of will, taking it back, a step back in likelihood. And then we finished off with the third conditional, which is for impossible hypothetical situations, which are about a past time that is already over and done with, like the Proclaimers. It's over and done with. 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 Except I have to do it in a Scottish accent to make it actually decent, and that I can't do a Scottish accent without offending a large number of Scottish people, and I love Scottish people because they've got a beautiful accent. So it's impossible, and that's why we use the past perfect plus would plus the present perfect. So we moving everything back a tense. I hope that's helped. If it hasn't, then please don't tell anyone. Thank you for watching this Oak Tree English video. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up, a comment, share and subscribe. If you didn't, then give me a thumbs down and leave a comment telling me why. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.